Are you listening?
Good morning.
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 What a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be my neighbor?
Yeah.
Ooh,
You
James
changed your
Willis,
ending.
Mississippi. Hello.
Intro.
Look at you guys. You guys having a good day over there?
Yeah, but I'm having a pretty good day.
Yeah. StreamYard didn't, not StreamYard, but MTG Arena didn't cause you any hassles much today.
No, it did not, and I am so glad that it did not.
Woo woo.
Ooh, I know. I watched you for an hour.
Orb.
So
Hello.
Just the person I wanted to ask a question to. Faces
You
Orb, you still having issues with the arena? Just wondering.
No.
I think he said he was having issues too.
The Stasis Orb's off today. I sent you a link so you can join. I don't know if you're off or today or if you're working. I don't know. Stasis Orb. It's up to you.
My wife says I'm always off.
Uh-huh.
Off in the head, that is.
But I chose a card for the day today. And I'm thinking about making this a community tab, like trying to do like a vote to see what card people like the most to see if that'd be intriguing.
Nice.
But today I chose a classic card for the card today. It's banned in Commander, but it's one of my favorite cards. I remember pulling this card in pre-release and it being the pre-release promo. And that is Emrakul the Aeon's Torrent. A 15 mana 15/15 that can't be countered. And when you cast this spell, you take an extra turn after this one. Has flying, protection from spells that are one or more colors, and has Annihilator 6, which is annoying because you have to sacrifice 6 permanents if someone's attacking you with this. And when Emrakul the Aeon's turn is put into the graveyard from anywhere, its owner shuffles it into the library. This card is sauce and should be unbanned, so I can run it in my Eldrazi deck.
Nah, that's too that is just too powerful.
Right. Power levels come in different forms, shapes, and sizes. This just happens to be colorless and 15 mana.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing it's 15 mana, but geez, way it is nowadays, 15 mana ain't nut.
I've never seen a card with 15 mana.
Oh yeah, this card is bonkers. Like people would just cheat this in the play early game and attack and make their opponent sacrifice 6 permanents, which is nuts. This is a classic. It hits home. Stasis Orb and I went to this pre-release. This was like my first pre-release I actually attended. That was a full-on pre-release, I believe. Woo! Stasis Orb, hello.
Hello.
Hey, I got a question for you, Stasis Orb.
Yes, sir.
What's a catchy lyric that's been in your head all week?
That's a good question. I don't know. I haven't really been singing or listening to anything recently.
Oh, that's interesting. You are usually the one who has a song stuck in their head.
Oh yeah, usually, yeah. Usually
like,
when I'm
everywhere I go.
Oh my god. No, that's when I'm tired and exhausted from playing too much Magic. Yeah, we used to have a friend that we'd play so many hours of Magic with. Like he couldn't. He would want to play his deck even though it wouldn't win. He'd want to play it until it won.
Sounds
out
like
of
Robert.
Yeah, how'd you know?
Because I remember every time he played his deck and he'd lose, he'd go into his room for like an hour or two, fix his deck, and be like,
change his deck and then come back and then do it all over again. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, a song that's been in my head this week was I've covered it before, but it was a little respect by Erasure.
You know what? That's why I played on the radio the other day.
Nice.
At my store, and I was like, I know this song.
Of course
You're the
you
one
know
who
that
got
song.
me into Erasure.
Oh, I know.
Well, I mean, I was a big like what was a big 80s guy, and you were like, listen to these guys. And I was like, okay, and I liked them, and I was like, cool, more bands to add to my catalog.
James Willis says, I would just declare Kalia as attacking and drop a big boy into play. Yep. Sneak attack. Sneak attack. Oh.
Do you remember that? It had to be some time ago now, but it was like people were always joking about how Emrakul would get killed by
Oblivion Ring?
20 or no, 21 flying squirrels.
Yeah. 15 flying squirrels.
No, because you have to sack 6 of them.
Oh, yeah, true.
Death by squirrels.
Wow.
That's true. It's true. But I remember we went to that pre-release, and he was the pre-release promo, which I would love to get my hands on that promo in particular. Just for the nostalgia. What?
I imagine it's worth something.
It's worth like $20.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. Well, it's because he's banned or she's banned.
Still a cube staple and still a card to have.
Right?
It's a good card, but unplayable.
It's not unplayable.
It's completely playable. That's why it's bad.
That's why
it's too playable.
Well, I'm saying it's by it being banned, it's unplayable.
I think, like, I never played the card, but with that kind of mentality, I think you need a little deck called Show and Tell.
Either that or Eureka or
Sneak Attack.
Sneak Attack. Yeah.
Because
there's lots of ways to slam that card into play.
Right? Like one time in Cube, I cast Unexpected Results and ripped an Emrakul off the top of the deck.
Yeah.
Dang.
4 mana. That I got to cast that card for free. Card is insane. And I'm glad because, like I said, I remember going to that pre-release. And that was the promo card. Then I got so excited when I opened a foil version of that card into my packs. I still lost the game because that card is just too expensive playing a not so rampy green deck.
I remember Jamie. We were doing a draft, and Jamie passed me Kaaren, the Kaaren Liberated or whatever, the 7-drop one, and I was like, why'd you pass this card? This card's broken. It's like $40-$50. He's like, because I took the foil one.
That's funny. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. I had to choose one. I took the foil.
Oh, the coast replied to me. Yeah, I had to actually. Speaking of which, of issues on Arena, yeah, the game kept crashing for me every time I'd matchmake. Like, it wouldn't happen all the time, but it would happen like every couple games or so. So and it sucked because I was in a sealed event, right? So I would click find match, and then it would immediately crash and close out completely. And every time I reloaded the game back up, it wouldn't load me back. It would just crash again before it even got. It would get me to the screen where it shows you back in matchmaking and such. And I would have to wait until the in-game timer timed out and forced me to take a loss. And then I would go back into matchmaking for another game, and it goes perfectly fine.
Huh.
So I actually had to send Wizards a ticket for it because I'm like, hey, like, usually don't ask for compensation, but if I'm spending money to play your game, or if I'm spending currency in game, you guys should
Yeah.
like not force me to take losses like that. That's not cool.
The
Yeah.
the problems I was having is how I do my stream. I play against my viewers. Well,
Mhm.
every time I would play against my viewers, either me or my viewer one would get a unable to submit a deck or or error. And then right after that, you'll click click the profile, go back to the main screen. Then after that, boom, completely kicked off the game.
The game would crash too, huh?
Yesterday I had a weird crash. What happened is I was playing a game, and this player was playing a mill deck, and I was playing my only good deck, which is my historic reanimator kind of deck. And as soon as I started getting up, the player stopped playing, and the timer went off, like that blue timer. And when it went all the way down, instead of clicking and restarting a new timer, it just got stuck on the little hourglass and didn't do anything for a couple minutes. And the game would not let me concede the match or nothing. So I had to alt
Yeah, because
F4
the game
the
game
whole program.
completely froze. Yeah, I've ran into that before. The game just
I
freezes.
do.
Does that.
Oh, I got another one for you. Yesterday I was playing a game, arena, in a match.
Right.
Next thing I know, that little circle pops up. Then after that little circle pops up, boom, I'm out of the game. It didn't crash. I just got kicked out of the match.
Right.
Then when I
Yeah.
tried to go back into the match, it was a different match.
It was a different match.
Yeah, it seems to be a problem with the game. I guess it's not designed to take a lot of data at one time, and sometimes it works and sometimes it crashes.
Yeah,
'Cause-
well, the new set
I
just
mean, that
came.
happened to me when I started playing Arena. I think on my first game, it just stopped. I couldn't do anything, so I had to concede.
Arena is buggy.
It does.
Yes, it
Every time
is.
they get a new set in, it kind of gets buggy, especially with interactions.
Yep.
Like,
We've got to call an exterminator to get rid of the bugs.
And sometimes that takes about a year before they get around to that, it seems like.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why it's like, but like you still can have fun with it, and they work on the bugs fast as they can. So,
Yeah.
like, I want to. I need to play more so I can get more wild cards because I want to fix that deck for shizzles. Because I believe it has tier 1 potential.
I'm in save mode now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
looking handsome. Look at that.
I know.
I wasted my last draft. I wasted my last draft token last night.
Yeah.
Ended up getting that last mythic that I needed. So now I'm in save mode.
I have a question. Can you buy wild cards with your gold coins, or do you have to have gems?
You earn wild cards by opening packs.
Mm-hmm.
You earn wild cards by purchasing them outright. You get 4 for $20. I think is what they offer.
4 for $20.
Yeah,
4 for $20. Yeah,
you get 10.
That's expensive.
Yeah.
That's like really expensive. I would never spend. I'd never buy them, and they limit you too. You can only buy 10 of them.
Right.
You can only buy 10 packs or 10
wild cards.
Wild cards. Yeah, you can only buy 10 of them.
Well, 10 packs. You get like 4 wild cards.
4 wild cards for $20.
And then
you can only buy that 10 times. Yeah.
And after that, it's over. You're done.
Yeah, I don't think they give you. But no, you can't. Coins won't give you the best way I would suggest if you really want to kind of what I do is I save up my coins until I get to either 5,000 or 10,000, and then use those to go into drafts, and then that way I earn packs, and then it converts into wild cards. Cool thing is though, okay, so this is where it gets kind of interesting. So if you open up cards that you own already, right? Mythic or rare,
Mhm.
they will replace it with gems. You'll get 20 gems per card.
Wow.
So if you're opening a set that like has like Wilds of Eldraine had like the enchantment set or the enchantment things as well. So I would sometimes like open up a pack and get 60 gems because I would get 2 rares of the enchantment sets, but and not yeah. So it was really cool for those sets. But yeah, ultimately you have to pretty much put money into it to get it to give you wild cards, or just grind it out
Right.
slowly.
Or
Because every pack you earn or every pack you open up, so there's a thing called the vault. It's a little treasure chest, little icon, and it has like a little circle around it, right?
Right.
And when you open up, I think 6 booster packs, it fills the vault. And once the vault fills up, you can open it up, and they give you 1 of each wild card.
Nice.
usually the vault works on percentages, and if
Oh yeah,
get
it goes
like-
up percentage. Yeah.
you got say you get a play set of a card. All right, then you get that card again, which will be the 5th card. That 5th card will go into your percentage, which will go into the vault. And when you get
Yeah.
that vault up to 100%,
And you get gems.
then you can crack it that vault and get some wild cards like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying if I grind,
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
Yeah, that's what we're telling you. There is
Yeah.
a chance.
Yeah. I mean, I would say if you want to invest in something, I guess if you wanted to take Arena a little seriously and avoid paying like for whatever, just get the Wild Pass. It gives you an abundance of a lot of stuff, and it'll give you a good like base point. But the thing with Wild Pass is
Come on, Mastery Pass.
Mastery Pass. Yeah, sorry, Wild Pass. I'm thinking of freaking League of Legends. So yeah, the Mastery Pass, because you get a bunch of booster packs. I think wild cards are included in there too, right? Do they come with
Yeah.
wild cards?
No,
No wild
no,
cards. They just
but
come with
it's-
packs, right? Packs and
comes-
gems and
all right,
gold.
packs, gems, and sometimes there is mythic cards.
Oh
Also-
yeah. You get mythic cards. That's
Now,
right.
if you,
Oh,
now,
what's up?
if you do,
I sent
now,
you a
if you
link.
do
You wanna
buy,
hop
now, if you do buy packs, if you get 10 packs, you'll get what they call a golden pack, which is all mythics and rares.
in. All right.
And it's always mythic rares that you ain't getting.
That's kind of cool. I didn't really know that. I don't.
I
Really
don't
buy
mind
packs.
grinding. I mean, the deck I play right now constantly wins most of the time. So,
That's good.
but
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
my
I mean,
historic deck.
what are you playing? Historic? You said.
Yeah, I play historic because because none of my decks right now are standard.
Yeah. Once you start like, I don't know. That's how I got up to like. I mean, I'm already. I what was it? I finished off a couple of sets. Completed. That I wanted to finish, and I went down to like 30, no, like 20, 23, somewhere in there, 23 mythic wild cards, and I had over 130.
130.
And now I'm already back up to almost 40 now because I've been playing so much limited.
Yeah,
So it's really easy to get wild cards if you're playing limited. It's probably
Yeah.
the easiest and quickest way, but you're gonna have to either fund it or just hope you go on a really, really good streak.
Yep.
James says, look at the cards you have and build a standard deck. Well, the problem is most of the cards I have are from 2 years ago or below, and that's just like the last time I played Standard. Dominaria United? No, not Dominaria United. Well, the last time I played Standard, what's her face? The Gravelord Mother, who lets you play permanents from your graveyard, was the main card. Can't think of her name. Green, black, blue. Two generic. During your turns, you can play one permanent of each type from your graveyard that turn.
Don't know that.
And she was like the business standard deck back in the day too.
Was this paper or arena?
Arena.
She let you play creature cards from your graveyard or permanent?
Permanent. A permanent. You can play one permanent card of each type from your graveyard that each turn. So you could play a land, an artifact, an enchantment, a creature.
You only get 3 pack. You only get three packs when every set drops.
No, I got a bunch of when I got back in Arena, it gave me a bunch of non-standard packs because most of the stuff I had updates for were for sets that weren't standard. I got some Ixalan packs, yes, but I'm trying to build a certain deck right now, so I'm gonna grind historic as much as I can, and I'm gonna try to do it. Stasis Orb saying like because I got like 4,000 coins right now, and I did buy some standard packs with 4,000 coins before, but I got 4,000 coins now. Try to save up for drafts because you probably get not only cards, opportunity for cards and stuff, but you get players, points too.
All right, let me ask you a question: are you using Windows?
Yeah.
All right, on your Windows. When you do that draft, when your cards come across the screen, push Alt on your keyboard and hold it down, and it will tell you how many cards that you have with that card.
I press what?
Alt.
I press Alt, and it shows me how many cards that I have of that color.
All right. Say a screen full of cards come across the screen while you're doing your draft.
Oh yeah.
You push Alt, and if there's a check mark on that card, you have a playset of that card.
Oh, okay.
If you only have 3 of those cards, then it'll say 3/4 on it.
Oh, okay. No, I see.
Yeah, it tells
That's
you.
how that'll help help you build your collection.
Yeah.
Right. Where you try to draft to win.
Right.
And then as well as even for me, I've been playing Arena for many, many years now. And it's grindy. It's a grindy when you're not funneling money into it, it can get very, very grindy, but it's
no. It's very grindy, but I remember when Arena first started, it was easy to grind, but they've made it harder to grind because they want to make that money. That money.
They wanted people to because during when it first came out, it wasn't involved in the pro player scene and pro events and stuff like that. And now it is. It's all about,
Right.
So,
one thing I do buy when on Arena is my Mastery Pass and 50 cards that it offers you. There's three things it offers you. I spend about $100 every time a set drops on Arena, and that's it.
Yeah. If you don't want to do the grindiness or whatever, and you can funnel some money into it, the pass is really good for that.
Yeah,
I
well,
will say that.
my goal is not to spend money because I really don't have the money to spend.
No, that's fair.
And then parts of it's due because some of the stuff that needs to be done with the house. But either way, it's still grindy. I just impatiently want this deck to be built. But like I know I just want to play it so I can perfect it. And I'm got this feeling that like it's probably gonna take long enough where I can't. Like I have this. It feels weird because I'm so used to the rotation happening that I feel like if I don't finish it at a certain time, I'm barely gonna have time to play it. All right, we're in the middle of the show. I want to shout out Aartopia.com where you can get sweet Magic the Gathering dice bags. Sweet Magic the Gathering dice bags, dice boxes, dice ornaments. You can get these little ornaments with D&D dice inside them that look pretty neat. Ooh, go check it out, Aartopia. And starting Monday, Black Friday sale all week. You'll find a code on the website itself that you can get 20% off your next order.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's a pretty good deal. I mean, what dice bags are $45 plus $5 ship, $20, 20% off of that is a pretty snagging deal. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Finally, something I understand. Yay!
Another thing that you could do, Cookie Doo could do this too. Go online and look for Magic the Gathering Arena codes. They'll give you some codes. Yeah, CODE.
Oh yeah, you'd like the.
And
I'm
they will
pretty
get
sure
some packs
pre-release.
like that too.
Yeah, I think they're. I don't know, maybe it'll be some pre-release.
Well, there are people who give away arena codes all day long on YouTube. I know that, and I haven't, not playing arena for a long time. I just kind of been ignoring it. And
but they give you the cool thing about the codes. They give you packs, which is very beneficial, especially if you're trying to get wild cards. It's a good way to obtain some.
Right. And then they're one-time redeemed, so I guess I got to be more vigilant on those codes. Because right now I can't even afford real packs, which is the real kind of cards I like to buy when I can.
So it's Arena Magic the Gathering codes.
Yeah, they put them on back of cards, but you can find them different places too.
Yeah,
every time
find them online too.
They give you 3 cards of that set.
Okay.
I know I got some spicy standard cards.
Some of the codes is for just experience points,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, or if you buy a deck, like a pre-con deck, sometimes they come with a code for that deck on Arena. If it works on Arena, like a historic, you get that sometimes. Or when you get a pre-release pack, they give you a code for a pre-release on Arena. Which, sadly enough, I wasn't able to go to the Ixalan pre-release because I would have loved to. But that kind of snuck up on me, and with this whole heat tape thing, it's going to be annoying. It's annoying because it costs money. Because maintaining a house is not cheap. Yeah, that's that. So let's dive in a little to the topic. We've been talking about Arena so long, but we've been enjoying it, having fun. Yeah. Oh, hello. Oh, okay. I see what you did there, Stasis Orb. Cool. I'll check it out. But you'll see the growth of this community and the show, and in show is the topic. I'm actually doing some studying and research on how to improve the show a little bit better because, I love the define the topic, discuss the topic, and whatnot, but we don't always follow that format, and there's no need to when it's open forum sometimes like today. So I'm going to try to actually format the show to be more like a podcasty kind of show that you listen to in the morning, by introducing little things like the card of the day was the first implementation of this, where I start putting little segments in. Halftime of the show, we do the sponsorship drop. And I want to do something like that. Like Matt probably do like the lyric of the day, which is kind of why I asked Andrew about what song's been in his head, because I think it'd be interesting to have different flavors. And I'm thinking about adding little things to kind of spice up the show. Get people's minds prepared for things like maybe they'll have a favorite segment, like maybe someone will love the lyric of the day or the song of the day that's in their head or something like that. Or maybe a band you should like. You want to listen to an old timey band that's old timey for me and too new for dad is The Offspring. Their Americana album just smashes pretty hard. But like I know Stasis Lord really likes what was that band's name? What's that band's name? That one weird one. That was dun, dun. It's like the little girl singing about the club scene, and she has this dun 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 dun. Dun.
No idea.
Like, but it's funny because you like told me to listen to the song. You're like, this song is fire before fire was used. You're like, this song is banging. And I'm like, what the hell are you listening to? And then find out it's this lady who just loves to sing. But it's like the whole trumpet song is kind of like makes you think of like you're panning through like a old timey club scene, or back in the Renaissance kind of thing. But I don't know how to explain the Renaissance thing, but that's what went through my head when I thought about it. And this lady's voice was kind of high pitched. It sounded like a mix between a kid and an adult. And
Have you heard the band Missing Persons?
Missing Persons, I believe I've heard of them, and I probably heard of their song before, but right now they don't recollect anything to my brain.
Yeah, they came out in '81. You know, it's kind. I mean, they only put out a couple albums, but they have the lady who sings really high, and it's kind of. I'm trying to think of the format. Because in the early '80s, they changed all the bands, came out with a new format. It wasn't rock, it wasn't pop, it wasn't jazz. It was kind of. Oh, your brother liked it. I'm sorry, my mind's
good.
not. Yeah, it's
Oh,
fogged out.
I don't know. I like so many bands. I have so many favorite bands now. I would say my most recent discovery. Now it's like not new to me now because I've been listening to them for a few years now. But there's a band called. Well, this band actually opened up a whole can of music for me. There's a band called The Midnight. And they are like their sounds are like the retro synth 80s pop.
You sent me a couple of their songs.
Yeah, and they're so freaking good and so talented.
They are talented.
And
it's like an 80s version of like if Linkin Park came out in the 80s, that'd be this band. Just don't relate the sound of Linkin Park to them.
No,
that's how they sound. Like
they're so freaking good. Yeah, and they're called The Midnight, but it opened up to all these other bands. There was this band called this group called FM 84. They're same genre. They're like this 80s retro modern theme, and it's they all sound phenomenal. But it's just me. Because I love that 80s. As a matter of fact, if you mean look at my logo, I wanted that retro 80s look. As I was told Derek on.
Yeah, that must have been because I have a lot of '80s stuff, but I never heard of those bands. It must have been.
No, they came out. They just
they're an 80s sounding band. They're not from the
80s sounding band. I get you.
They're trying to bring back the 80s synth pop into modern culture.
Well, that'd be good.
Because some of it sounds like early 90s 8-bit mixed with 80s. So
I will say the audio is a lot clearer, I guess.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the 8-bit tune, like the synth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the band is pretty good. They have some really good music.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely
give you that nostalgia. Give you that nostalgia.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll share it with this.
Ooh, nice.
Black Friday.
Yeah, I'm trying to hide this comment. All right. Black Friday sale, 20% off online coupon code BLKFRI for Black Friday. This sale runs through Friday, 11/24/23. Woo woo. Go check it out. And look at the background. It's totally 80s neon. I love it.
It
Yeah.
is. There's that retro.
It
look.
is.
That.
Like
Yeah.
the first sign you made for the Black Friday sale, that was totally 80s.
All right. Well,
Reminded
Diamond has
me.
the code on it. She wants to share the code so people can be ready at their computers, fingers crunched over like this. So when it turns exactly Monday, people are like, yeah, got it. Snag the deal.
Yeah, I need to copy that. Put it on. I need to copy that.
Right.
Put it on my Stream Deck.
So
What?
it's the 23rd and then 24th, or
It's the whole week of Black Friday,
the whole week. Okay.
Monday through
Yep.
Friday.
Monday through Friday. Okay.
Yep.
Monday,
Sales
okay.
going on right now. She just
It's
said.
live. It's live now.
Oh, it's live now. It's alive. It's alive. I sent you that advertisement on your messenger, on your Discord messenger, Hibbley. So you got a copy
Alright.
of it.
Cool.
So you can put it on your stream deck.
I know
That's
one
right.
thing is. I know one thing. This Stream Deck has helped me out a lot on my streams.
No, yeah. No, it's exciting. All right, let's see. All right. She's giving me so much stuff to save. All right, save. Go right here. So yeah, it's like music's been integral for me in my depression lately. That's one thing I like about music is it helps me escape depressing feelings. And
music is great.
like especially like this week I've been off, and that's because the time switch has been off, so my body's been having a hard time adjusting to that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that takes some time. That
Right.
takes some time to get used to. I don't even know why they do it, anymore. I mean, Hawaii doesn't do it. Arizona doesn't change the time.
Yeah, it's like Arizona doesn't do it. They don't.
There you go. Look at that. Boom. Right there.
Beautiful. Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. If we could, if it's going on, it's going on right now.
Black
Check
Friday.
it out. Tell them Super Fast Tortoise and Hillbilly sent you. You boo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Wow,
right.
that's it. That's an easy code.
Yep.
Yeah. Right?
Yep.
Memory
Sure.
loss. Scan your forehead. Bloop. Blank. Bloop. Blank. Bloop. Blank. There's nothing in your head. No, I'm kidding. So weird. Like the charger I use is night, so I get to hold the knife and still get to function it. It started dying on me right before the show, so I had to plug it in because I haven't charged it for a week and a half. You're showing
That's
off.
pretty good battery. That's a good battery life.
Yeah, and it's a very comfortable mouse. I just like every time I hold it up to the camera, I keep thinking of a neuralizer from Men in Black.
Oh yeah. What? What?
Oh, so what's a band that's been in your head lately? Cookie Dude, Daddy-O's?
A band that's been in my head.
Mm-hmm.
One that's always in my head is a band from the 70s. It's called Rainbow, and they have a song on there called Stargazer, and it's always in my head.
Nice. I know when I was driving you around, you had like speed limit 65 or something.
Speed limit 65.
I can't remember. It'd be like you kept singing the song, and the speed limit was like under 100.
Oh yeah, I can't drive 55, by
Yeah.
Sammy Hagar.
Yeah, that's it.
So that song was written long time ago, probably before you guys were born, but in the early 70s, President Nixon made it a mandatory 55 mile an hour speed limit all over the whole country. So you couldn't go any faster than 55. And Sammy Hagar came back from Europe where they have the Autobahns, and he comes back to the United States, and it's 55 miles an hour, and he had his Lamborghinis driving, and he goes, I can't drive 55. You know, it takes 16 hours to get to LA. It was terrible. I mean, I don't know if you ever driven from Vegas. Like we used to drive from Reno to Vegas. They had unlimited speed limit. So if you had a car that could do 100 miles an hour, you could drive 100 miles all the way to Vegas. But then they changed it to 55, and it seemed like it took forever to get to Vegas.
Right.
Yeah.
See.
I can't drive 55.
Dice set ornaments are going fast. Hell yeah, that's pretty cool. We've been like,
Nice.
I've been pushing it on my Facebook page and stuff.
I've been pushing it on
in Discord.
I just started pushing those on my streams. On my start screen, it shows her my dice bag. It shows where to get it at. It shows her ornaments.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm trying to push it on the stream too. James Willis says, I went to 3 Lockbox Sammy Hagar concerts back in the day when in high school.
Nice.
Yeah. 3 Lockbox. 3 Lockbox. Can unlock my 3 Lockbox. I remember that song when it came out.
I think the oldest
80s.
band that I got to see live. Oh, it had to be close to like maybe 8 or 9 years ago. Would have been the Beach Boys.
Every concert I've been to was a Christian concert, and the most near non-Christian concert I went to was Super Chick, which is a Christian band who was working through Disney.
Who? Super Crap?
Super Chick.
Super Chick.
Yeah, they were kind of a cool band for me not knowing music back in the day. Like they were very Disney, they sounded very canned, like everything was like perfect. And like I've heard a couple of their songs in a couple Disney movies. They're good, but like I never really experienced a full concert, and that's why it really depressed me when Chester Bennington passed away. I was like, oh, now I'll never be able to go to a full good Linkin Park concert.
You and me both.
Oh, yeah.
You and me both.
That's sad. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to try to make it to a Tenacious D concert.
The oldest band I went to, this is going back many years, was Rare Earth. And you guys must have heard Jethro Tull. He's pretty famous.
James says he saw Who in 1980 at the Unidome in Iowa. Nice.
Nice.
Metallica I saw live, and they were hard to beat. Great concert.
Yeah. They put on a good show.
I like Metallica. I just hate the fact it takes 5 minutes to get through their opening riff.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that all the way. I eat that all up. Speaking of Metallica, they're actually coming to Chicago, I think next year or this year. I don't know. They had a big concert, and they had I forgot who was opening for them. It was 2 big bands, but my best friend and I were debating whether or not wanting to get tickets for it or not. But tickets are stupid expensive.
Yeah.
You know what Metallica's doing now to try to beat the free music industry, which ain't really an industry, but people download music for free or cheap. Is they're actually starting to sell lessons online to teach people how to play Metallica songs.
No, for sure. Why wouldn't they? Only
I
makes
would
sense.
say, yeah. Yeah, you know, they so Large, who is the drummer, he
Right?
when he joined Metallica, he was only like 15 or 16,
Mhm.
and he didn't even know how to play drums. Uh, and he was his dad was in his country he came from was the national tennis champion, and so his
Right.
dad forced him to play tennis, and he hated tennis.
Mhm.
You know, so they came to America, and uh, his dad forced him to go play tennis in America, and he hated it. So he'd skip his lessons and everything, and go hang out with what's the lead singer name? I can't remember.
I do not know. I used to know. I
Uh,
kind of used to know his name, but not anymore.
yeah.
Metallica
Anyway,
is such a background band to me.
he they used to hang out together, and they started to play music together. The guy had a drums, and so he practiced on the drums, and the lead singer practiced on the guitar, and then they got two more guys in later.
Mhm.
So their first album, they were only like they weren't even 18 years old when they put their first album out.
Right. Yeah. See, with Metallica, I really like. I followed Metallica until Metal Magnetic came out, or whatever the album's
Oh
called.
wow, that was yeah, I remember that.
And I,
That was the
I
first. Go ahead.
that was an album that just lost me for Metallica.
Yeah, me too. That's the first album they let download. You know,
Mhm.
you could buy the album and download it onto your and play it.
Right, but
And that's
it
what I
didn't seem
did.
like
And
they
I
put a lot of heart into the album, and it seemed so rushed and forced, and too many beats per minute in some of their songs that was like nothing was catchy. I mean, Enter Sandman was like to me one of the best songs ever made, and that whole Black album was just intense, and Metal
oh yeah,
Magnetic seemed to lose that.
yeah. Well, Metal Magnet. That was their. They went back to their early days when they played speed metal,
Right,
and
makes
so
sense.
they had um, Justice, the Justice album, and
Uh-huh.
first album. They were all speed metal, and that's all it was heavy guitar and speed metal. And then they came out with the Black album in I guess it had to be in 89, 90, something like that. And
The Black
that
album was pretty good.
that
You
album
mean
was a totally different thing. They slowed everything down and they made it harder riff. And yeah, I mean that album came out 30 years ago.
Yeah,
I think yeah.
after Load and Reload albums, everything was too different. Yeah, I mean, I can't remember all the songs that are on the Black album. So if I list any songs that are on the Black album altogether, that's because I don't remember all the songs. But Metallica, their three best songs was Enter Sandman, which when I was a kid thought was about Peter Pan. Then there For Whom the Bell Tolls and Master of Puppets. Those three songs were just insane.
Master of Puppets was on their second album.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I was listening to three songs I like. I just didn't know what
Other
albums
than
they're all from.
oh, okay, yeah. So and Sandman is Black. I can't even remember all the album, but if you heard all, you would know what album it was on because that was their first album that was slowed down. They slowed everything down,
Right.
and if you heard you heard the whole album, then you heard it again, you'd know what songs came up with that album.
Right.
You know,
Oh no,
but
everybody, like every band has that album.
oh yeah,
That great album. Like Green Day has American Idiot, best album they've ever produced. Doesn't mean it's their best songs. All of the songs, like, because they have songs not from the album, their best album songs, but
yeah,
every album, like Americana was like Offspring's best album, but they have songs from other ends. And Metallica's no different.
yeah. I
Um,
stopped. Oh, go ahead.
well, I'm just saying, there are things we just love about music, and the neat thing about us is we all we find, like people like me like to find the obscure tracks that eventually become popular, but we like them first. Like
Yeah,
for
you.
me, "Criminal" off of "Indestructible" album by Disturbed was an incredibly underrated song.
Yeah, you really like that song there. I did not like that song at all. That was probably my least favorite song on that entire album. And that album was a banger.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with like banger albums. When all the songs are good, even the ones that sound crap, you just kind of want to ignore. But "Criminal" is just like it got big. That song got big for a while, which I was surprised.
Yeah.
Like 10 years later, it got huge. I'm like, I told you. I just
So
couldn't
you
find
guys
it.
listen to the early '90s. They came. They went to the grunge movement.
Yeah.
With Nirvana, Nine Inch Nails.
Stone Temple Pilots.
Right.
What's the
I,
other one?
I never got really heavy in the grunge scene, so I
Jewel?
wouldn't know
No, not
nothing on
Jewel.
those.
What's that?
Well,
What's that
the
other?
grunge thing didn't last long. It only lasted a couple years.
Yeah,
Now
it
it's
did.
come. Now those songs from the '90s today are becoming really popular.
Well,
Mhm.
yeah, like
But-
"Loser"
yeah,
by Beck is like one of the best grunge songs ever.
yeah.
My
One of
favorite.
So
My
let's talk.
favorite. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, everybody.
My favorite song is Bob Moran.
ba 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 Baran.
Bob
Ba
Moran.
ba 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 Baran.
Bob Moran.
Oh my God.
Wow. You you're sure showing your age, or
Well, I got a story along. I got a story along with that song too.
Anyone here like Queensryche? Queensryche is fine. I don't. I
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
list the name of a song,
Queensryche.
but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I know I've heard them and heard their songs and did not have an issue with it.
when Queensryche first came out, I hated them because I thought they were they were like a knockoff of. So it took me about 5 years to get into them, and now I love them, man. I have all their albums, and
Well, if you like if you like Queensryche and Metallica, you should delve into Avenged Sevenfold. Like when I overrated Avenged Sevenfold when I first heard them. Like I gave them too much attention.
uh-huh.
If you want to hear like the more modern version of what you think Metallica should sound like, they're what's the name of that album that I'm trying to remember the name of the album and I can't remember the name of the song that's
I
on the
only
album.
know one album by them, and it's Bat Country.
Is that the album with Nightmare on it?
I don't know.
Well, so anyways, they have a song called Nightmare, and that album, that song's on is pretty solid. There's swearing in the lyrics. You gotta be okay with that. But they were like the new age of Metallica to me. Like if Metallica started in the 2000s ish range, which I'm pretty sure they've been around a little bit longer. They were that good to me.
Metallica was in the they came out like '85, and they didn't get really popular to about '89, and then they had now they going on 40 years.
Jeff
So I don't know how
Tata, the
many.
powerhouse singer. Jeff Tate. Jeff Tate's from what band? I don't know you'll know I don't know a lot of singers' names, so you're gonna have to
Yeah, I don't either.
help me out.
I mean, I just listen to music, and
Sound
you
loosen.
know, if they write a serious song that something means something to the writer, I just go with the music, and the lyrics kind of just go in one ear and out the other.
Right.
And that's, so yeah, but they had a lot of good bands in the '90s, and I after that, in the 2000s, I can't think of one band that came out in the 2000s.
Like, check out Avenged Sevenfold. You'd like their sound comparably. Like I said, Avenged Sevenfold is like the new age of Metallica. Metallica's still around, so they're not replacing Metallica, but they're in the realms of what's new and sounding that old into that rock, especially if you like the Black Album. But yeah, I really liked it, and with liking that, it's time to shill, Hillbilly.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be doing another arena stream. Arena's been working good for me today. That may not work this afternoon, and again, it may not work again tomorrow. That's just the way the game goes.
Oh yeah.
But if you want to play, arena, you want to play a game, come on over. If you ain't friends with me, all you gotta do is say something in chat. I'll throw my gamer tag in there in chat. Send me a friend request, and then just challenge me. But I do require one thing: I need to know what format, historic or standard.
Sounds pretty good. And Stasorb is gonna have to send me his friend link to Arena 2. I don't know how to look that up on my own right now, but so we can become friends and play against each other. But anyways,
luckily everything that I play on, whether it be PC, Steam, or Xbox or League of Legends, nobody has Stasis Orb. No one has used it. I'm the only Stasis Orb across all the boards.
One and only.
That's insane because Super Fast Tortoise has been used twice outside of my world.
Crazy.
And I didn't mean to, but I ended up shutting the channel down because I got a bit more popular than them.
Well, Hillbilly's been used a lot. Yeah, Hillbilly's been used a lot, but not MTG Hillbilly.
Right, which is unique. So it's all about building that brand. But anyways, today's Sunday, tomorrow's Monday, the day after is Tuesday, so only morning shows for the next 3 days. Wednesday should be going on. Thursday, I will be doing a morning show. All right. Still, my regular kind of week is still happening. Nothing's changing. Till next time, my friends. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for commenting. Comment in the future what your favorite color is and why it's your favorite color in the comment section below. Just to fill out that comment section. And you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Later, everybody.
Wonderful day. That's right.
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron?
Subscribe for Magic the Gathering and other content for evil fun.
Fear not, Megatron. Cybertron shall remain